Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. I'm NoCode and you're watching TheNoCodeTech. And today I'm going to make, I think this is a function generator? I don't know. Either way, hey, thanks for tuning in. Okay, so I've ordered so many of these little kit items in the last month or however long that I can't quite rightly remember what I ordered, when I ordered it, or anything of that nature. So we'll see what this is. I think this is a function. I got some snips. Finally got some decent snippers. Nice little PCB there. And what appears to be a half sheet of paper. The XR2206 function generator. Look at that. Nice little kit. We got some dials. Got some bolts. Some resistors, pin headers, barrel jack for power. I think that's acrylic. Got ourselves a little IC. And some more components here. So let's begin. Okay, so on the few kits that I've done, I seem to have messed up every single one, and usually because I don't follow the directions. So we're gonna follow some directions here for welding installations, and I'm gonna go through real quick and just make sure that I have everything on this list, but I'm not gonna drag you guys along for the party, so see you in a bit, folks. Okay, so I've gone through and we have everything that we're supposed to have. So let's read some instructions. The components are welding the front to back from low to high principles, namely first the weld. Yeah, this doesn't really give me any actual instructions other than saying do your components first, then the sockets, terminal blocks, potentiometers, and then go and snip it. So it has debugging steps, a little bit about how to function it, and a schematic, but no actual instructions. So I guess have that, right? I guess we're just gonna work our way down the what's this called? Parts list. Work down the parts list here. Resistor 1 is a 1K, 0.981 kilo ohm resistor. So well within the, manufacturing and whatnot, and that goes into R1. R1's right here. So I'm just gonna slip this in. Flip the board over, make sure she's nice and clean, and just set some solder on there just to make sure that it's up to temperature. And it is. So I'm just gonna solder this up real quick. See you guys on the other side. All right, we got that soldered on. Looks all right. I'm gonna use my snippers because I got snippers now. Hey, look at that. That's pretty nice. R2 is an adjustable resistor. I think that's this. We got 3 of them. Okay, so looking at our paper here, we got R2, R7, and R8. R2 is a, what's that, B503 to 50. On the bottom they have NAND, they're labeled. So this is a B104, B503. So as you turn this, it adjusts the amount of resistance. We'll set her in. Fall right out, so I gotta figure out a way to get that to stay. Alright, so I got some scotch tape here. That should hold it, right? I'm gonna solder up these 3. Alright, looks like we got that all soldered on there. Dial spins, but what we need to do next is get some solder down around these large plugs for structural integrity, because this is a component that you're going to be wiggling and turning a lot, so we want to make sure that that's good to go. All right, now those are some pretty large holes there, so I don't know how well this is going to work, if at all, but I think I'm just gonna keep whacking solder on there until it does something. That's pretty decent. So that wasn't nearly as difficult as I had anticipated it being. It's good to go. All right, what's next on the list? R3, 5, and 6, which is a resistor at 5.1K. Man, those are nice snips. I really like those snips. Okay, so we got the R3, R5, and R6 resistors installed. Next is R4, a 330 ohm resistor, and that's gonna go right here. Let's get her in, and I'll save you the boringness watching me solder, and I will see you on the flip side. Okay, next we got the R7 and the R8, which will go R7 here, R8 here, and then R8. Alright, next is C1, which is an electrolytic capacitor at 100 picofarads. The little U there means the pico. This is an electrolytic capacitor because it looks like a tube. Like an LED, the longer leg here is the positive, the shorter leg is negative. And get a little negative mark there and some white here to match the white dashes on the board. And C1 goes into C1, so this is going to go right here for us. There we go, just that simple. C1 is in. What's next? C2, non-polar capacitor, 104. And that one says 104. It's going to go into C2, which is right there. And these WE type ones do not have polarity, meaning there's no positive, there's no negative. It's like a resistor. C3 and C4 are electrolytic capacitors at 10 picofarads. C3 being here, and C4 being down there. Okay, we got those on. Next is, what the heck is next? Next is C5, which is the ceramic guy with the little 105. And he and or she's gonna go right down there. I got that 105 in there. She's a bit crooked, but hey, you know, she's gonna work, right? So next, the C6 is the 473 into C6, which is right there next to C5. Yeah, that one went in a little bit better. What's next? C7 is a 222. And we got our little 222 right there. We'll slip her in. That looks kind of crap, but you know, hey, it's all right. C8 is a 101. And we got, there, focus. C8 is a 101. There's a little 101. Slip her right in there. There we go. Nice little row of those. So next is U1, which is this IC socket right here. They did give us a socket and a chip. Now this list is the XR2206, and we got an XR2206 CP. So we'll start with the socket. And on the board markings, we got the little notch on the top, flat on the bottom. On the chip holder, we got the notch on the top, flat on the bottom. And that is how I'm supposed to put it in. Just like that. Just a little bit of tape there just to hold it in place. So take the solder and solder iron, and we'll start. It's a happy little PCB. I can smell purple. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. I don't know what the rest of the words are. And once you get them all in, take a moment or two to look pretty good at each and every single one of those solder joints to make sure you didn't miss a point or mess up or anything. And That seems alright. Now I'm not going to put the IC in just yet because there's more soldering to be done. J1, a 2-pin jumper cap. So right here, and J2, it's this. There we go. Get in there and tack it in place, because that tape was not sticking all that well. Well, it's not 100%, you know, straight, but it's flush. I think that's a little bit more important than straight. And then next is P1, single wire terminal, which is this thing. I mean, she fits, but she's just ever so not quite there. So I'm gonna have to get this board in a slightly different position within the holder. Okay, so I've got it down here below these resistors, which allow us up here to do this, and this middle one. So just like that. Okay, now here's a situation where having the right kind of tape would be nice, because Scotch tape is not heat resistant, but that orangey, yellowy tape that I don't know the name of, starts with either a C or a K. Capsin? Not sure. That would be the right stuff to use. Mostly straight. Let's get our DC jack on here, which has arrived, does have some corrosion right there. That's less than ideal. What the frick, man? I don't know, hopefully that's a ground or something. Yeah, it really doesn't want to stick to that oxidation. Just couldn't get any solder to adhere to that piece there. I expected better for cheap on Amazon. Slip that right in there. Bit of tape. Bada bing, bada boom. Should be all done here now. And that should be it. So let's get our IC. Little roach clip. Welcome to Joe's apartment. It's our apartment too. You can see the notch on the silk screen. You can see the notch on the socket. And that just sits in there. You might have to, you see how the legs are a little wide. So I'm just gonna kind of squeeze the legs in, and I'm just gently squeezing. Not too much, just want to, you don't want to move the legs. You just want to remind them of where that they want to go on their own. I like to get it kind of flush, not all the way in, and then look and make sure that each leg is properly seated in this little home before you give it a push, and in she goes. And there you go. Oh, I almost forgot. We got to put on the little dials. So turn those all down and doesn't want to go on. Push harder. Like Rafiki. Look harder. There we go. So we got amplitude, fine adjustment, coarse adjustment, and coming over here They do give us a little jumper thing for triangle or sine wave. I don't know. Either way, I'm gonna go grab my fancy Scopionator and some probes, and we'll get this thing all figured out. Hey, I lied. I forgot. We got this stuff. Forgot all about this stuff. Whoa, hey, that soldering iron is still hot. Careful now. Calm down. Alright, so no instructions on this, just some, but I'm sure I can figure it out. It can't be that hard, right? And who knows, even if it is crap, I'll just cut it out. I'll just edit it out, because I can do that. Oh, I gotta take my knobs off. Come on. Oh, come on, you knob. Oh, don't worry, folks. I've got the right tool for the job. Pocket knife. If you're squeamish, look away now. I'm realizing now that it didn't come with a power cord. It didn't come with a power cord at all. I'm pretty bummed about the fact that this doesn't come with a power cord. In the instructions, it does say 9 to 10 volt power supply. More than 12 volts and the waveform is unstable. I did some checking around and I got this here Baofeng charger for the base, the drop-in chargers, and it says it has an output of 10 volts at half an amp. And what do you know? That's just the right size. Let's hope she doesn't blow up. Didn't blow up. So, in theory, it should be sending a signal over to this port. Okay, so we got her hooked up to our oscilloscope here. She is quite touchy with the adjustments here, but that's our nice sine wave. And we can decrease the amplitude, and we can increase the amplitude. She does get a bit distorty, Miss Morty, but that's fine. It's to be expected. A little bit on the bottom there we go. I'm just touching it, right? So this is me touching the acrylic case, letting go of the acrylic case, touching the acrylic case, letting go. So she's touchy. She's a touchy girl. Let's switch it over to triangle. There we go, is our triangle. Let's turn the amplitude down. Looks like she's getting, nope, that's up. There we go. There's a beautiful triangle wave. Yeah, definitely gets a bit wonky, but yeah, there we go. There's our function generator kit. No idea what it's called or what the name is. I'll tell you more. But hey, you know what? She works, and I am very happy for that. And now I can make triangle waves, and I can make sine waves, which just look like smooth over triangle waves. But hey, I'm happy. I'm a happy man. I'm a happy ham. Oh, hey, whoa now. Yep, oh, oh. Anyway, to the point. Thanks for watching. You have a wonderful day. And, where am I? There I am. Bye-bye.